Hi everyone, welcome to my kitchen once again, and today we're making something pretty easy, difficult. I don't know what you guys think. Let me know what you think. We're making chapatis. Some people have been asking me about chapatis. Think of them like roti, except with more flavor. You see what I mean? Yeah, we're also making beans, and we're also making chapatis. Okay, so I hope you're looking forward to this, and I like to encourage people to eat vegetables, and I just put a bunch of vegetables in mine. Believe me, the chapati I make is pretty unique from what you've seen out there. All right, so let's do this, guys. 1, 2, 3, go. I'm gonna start by cutting our veggies. Let's do it. All right, let's get our veggies done. Okay, you might wonder why I'm doing so many onions. So since we're making beans, I'm going to put some in here, and I'm going to process it because I want everything to be basically blended properly. So in here, I'm going to cut this a bit chunky because that is going in here. All right, and I'll add in just a little bit, that much. Basically, I've used, say, half an onion. That's fine. So I'm just going to cut these up properly because I want to put my beans on, and then while the beans are cooking, I'm working on the chapatis. Yeah, you see, multitasking. Remember that. So, by the way, this is something you can make even to eat for as a snack as well as a main meal. Next, the carrots. Again, I have basically 1.5 of these for my beans, and also I have like about half for the chapatis. These carrots, again, as usual, just so you know, carrots are typically sweet, so they do add the color and also the sweetness, and that's gonna happen for both the bean sauce as well as the chapatis as well. So again, for the chapati, it's gonna be a bit chunky. I can do something like that. That will be enough for my chapati right there. That. It's not bad. I'll actually add a little bit more. Now you could add in some more different veg if you want, but you don't have to. Okay, I really advocate for veggies, for people to eat their veggies. So if you want to eat add some more veggies, it's a good idea. I'm going to put a bit of oil in there, like that much. Of course, the recipe is going to be in the description below. I don't usually put in a lot of peppers in there, or the sweet bell peppers, but I'm going to put a bit in there. They said you can put as much veg as you want, really. But so I'm going to put in a bit of this in here, and I'm going to process that. Put a bit of water in there to easily process it. I'm also going to put some oil in it. I'm going to put a bit of black pepper in there. That much. That is roasted garlic pepper. It doesn't have to process that in there as well. In the meantime, I'm gonna put my onions in. So let that start cooking, and remember what I've been telling you guys. It's important that you take your time, let the flavors build. So I'll let the flavors start building in there. The onions will be cooking slowly, so that you want to see those flavors coming out of it. So while that is happening, I'm going to process this right now. In the meantime, I'll have I won't use too much of this. You don't really have to, but I'm going to put a bit of peppers in my beans as well. So I'm going to let that be there for now. In the meantime, I'm going to use my small food processor here, or magic bullet, and I'm going to process this. Carrots. So now that the onions, I see they're becoming golden, I'll add in the rest of my veg in there to get that sauce going. So while that is happening, I can still work because I'm multitasking here basically. Now I have this bowl right here. I'm gonna put in the mixture we've already done, as you can see. The mixture, as you can see, I'm also putting in here. I don't want to waste anything. I want to use the whole thing. I'll give it a shake and use it up. There we go. So right now I'm going to kind of measure my water just for you guys, because I typically don't measure my. As I said, I do my things by feel, touch. Now I'm looking for a lukewarm water here, or quite warm enough. I'm going to start off with 2 cups here. So then I'm going to put my salt in here, and typically, honestly, what I do, I just do that as usual. I know it's a habit that I have. I usually just do that, right? I'll tell you the estimate of what it would be, okay? So I'll do that much in there, and I'm going to put in my water right now. So this is my lukewarm water. I'm going to use like a spoon, or you can use your finger or whatever. Just I want to get that salt completely dissolved in water. I'm going to put all that in here, as you can see. And I'm going to add in a little bit more oil, by the way, because oil helps to keep them soft. Okay, I've already put in most of the seasonings that I wanted. The salt is in there already. So basically, it's looking good. At this point, this is the mixture you have. You see that? I mean, I want you to imagine this. Look at that beauty. Look at those colors. Look at these flavors. So let's check on our veggies here, where we have our beans are going to be in. See, all that is looking caramelized in there. As I said, I would have put in more veggies, but I did not, and that's okay. So I'm going to put in some spices. I'm putting a bit of Italian. I love color, so I'll use parsley again. Roasted garlic pepper, black pepper, not too much, and I'm putting on some tomato sauce. And also what I like to do is put in a bit of soy sauce. That's good enough. Now, because the seasonings that I've used have salt in them, I won't use that much salt. So I'm going to put in just a little bit of salt, because again, soy sauce has spices in it, and so is the other stuff. But remember, this is what I put in the carrots as well, to bring in that sweetness instead of putting in sugar and anything like that. So I mean, you can always adjust the salt to put in more, but remember, once you put in a lot, you can't take it out. So that's the tricky part. I mean, you can't go wrong with this. Look at that. Look at that beauty right there. It's already looking good. Look at that. That is a beauty right there. Okay, I've reduced the heat down. I want those spices to get married. I want them to marry together. I want them to hug each other. I want them to create the flavors basically. So I'll let that be for a moment. Now we need to open up our beans. I'm using only 2 beans here. Those are all getting rinsed out. And in our beans they go. Again, honestly speaking, you can leave this the way it is, like that, and just eat it like that. Look at that. It already looks amazing, right? At this point I'll put up the heat a little bit. Just didn't want my sauce to burn before. But look at that beauty right there. And imagine this bean sauce right here is going to go together with our chapati. Okay, so that looks lovely right there. Next I'm going to put in some water. Okay, so I'll leave that to keep cooking now. And now let's work on our chapatis. I'll leave this on high for now and then I'll turn it down. We always buy a big bag. We buy this from Costco. It's quite a big bag actually. You can buy it from anywhere really. When you buy a big bag, you have a choice of baking and whatever stuff like that, right? For your sake, I'm going to try to measure so that I can give you the recipe. For me, I'll keep putting it in until I know the texture that I want. So we're gonna start measuring. So in here, just so you know, I've put in a cup. So I'm counting also the liquid which is in the carrots that I put in a little bit, plus whatever that I put in the mix before I started, stuff like that. I'm gonna put all that together. So I would say I've put in about a cup and a half in here in the bowl. Okay. So now let's count. These are those are the what? The cups here. So that'll be 2, 3. You don't have to make all this, by the way. If I'm making a little bit too much, I'm gonna keep some on the side because I like to make stuff in bulk and keep them away. Those are 3, 4, 5. From what I saw, I need more in there. I'll put one here. 6. 6. Okay, I'll keep 6 for now, but I have 7 here in total on the side. So I'm gonna dive in. This is the fun part. You always wanna dive in. From what I see here, I think I'm gonna need more flour, I think. So let's see if I need a lot more flour. So remember, these are 5 cups in here, and also have another 2 waiting for me here. So let's see what 5 cups does in 1.5 cup of water. Yes. Oh yeah, so it's not so bad, but definitely I'm gonna put in another cup. So this is a 6th cup here. And you wanna make your recipe in half, do that, just count backwards basically. So in the meantime, all you need to do is keep doing this, just like that. Remember what, if you saw me make a video before of Mandazi, if you look at that clip up top right now for Mandazi, as I said, you always come from out to inside. You come from outside to inside like that. That's how you go. And of course, when the dough starts to get off your hand, then you know you don't need much any more flour. But this is still on me so much. I want it soft, but not like that. So I'm gonna get half a cup, because this is the cups I counted. Put another one in here, so that'll be 6.5 right now. As I said, I do mine by feel. I wouldn't have done this if it wasn't for you guys. So look at that. But also, if you can see that dough the way it looks right now, right? Look at those colors. Listen, I know out there, all of you haven't seen these chapatis around, I'm pretty sure. These are so colorful. You can imagine how much flavors are in here right now. Because look at that beauty. Look at that. It's beautiful. It's all colorful. And basically, when you finish it, doing it, that means you can eat these chapatis on their own without anything else. As I said, when you think about roti, sometimes they're not as flavored as this, because typically you just have water and flour and not too much with it really. But look at that. Look at this beauty right here, you know? Oh, I'm gonna end up finishing basically probably this flour here, because I can feel the texture again. So now it's time to wash our hands with our flour. That's weird, right? Wash your hands with flour. Okay. Kind of weird, but okay, let's go ahead. So because all I'm trying to do is to take all the flour, or I mean the dough off my hands, like that. use the flour to get it off. I don't have to worry about too much of all this. That flour should be enough, and we'll use basically about 6.5 cups in here in our 2.5 cups of water, and that includes everything, the oil, the seasonings, and everything is already in here. So now I'm going to transfer this out of the bowl, and I'm going to put it down on the here, so it'll be a bit more easier. So by the time you leave, by the time you're done with your dough, pretty much your bowl should be pretty much kind of half cleaned, as you can see. So now this is where you get to work it a little bit more to get all the good stuff inside, because I'm trying to wrap up now all the side stuff right here to get in. Look at that. I love cooking. Don't you guys love cooking? I mean, it calms you down. You feel like you're in heaven. That depends who I'm talking to, but if you know what I mean. I feel like I'm in heaven because I'm enjoying the cooking. I'm basically releasing all the tension. Instead of punching someone, I'm punching the dough, and I'm basically relaxing, right? And in the meantime, I'm making something beautiful, like food. Hey, how many jobs do you know that someone can bring at home and you're okay with? Cooking is one of those, right? I can come back home and I jump back into my job, which is cooking, which I love, and my wife won't complain because she'll love getting anyways, right? Okay, anyways, and I guess right now I could do our word of the day. Today the Luganda word for the day is gonna be something very simple. Last time, if you remember, if you watched my last video, I taught you guys how to say how are you in my language. And by the way, these chapatis, we love these chapatis back in Uganda. I remember my grandma, actually my auntie, sorry, she used to make chapatis, and we do it with beans, which I'm making right now, and this is why I'm making it together. Oh my god, we used to love it. So the word of the day today, what do you guys think? By the way, remember to leave me a suggestion below which word you would like to be translated for you, okay, in the comment section. As usual, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Okay, so the word of the day today is going to be, because we started off with how are you, right? Now how about we know how to answer back? How are you? I'm fine. Oliotia Jendi. So the last one was Oliotia. Now this time, next word is Jendi. That's how you reply. How are you? I'm fine. So Oliotia Jendi. Today's word is Jendi. I'm fine. So the next time you find me again, just say Ronald Oliotia, and I'll say Jendi. Make sense? Anyways, let's get back to work here. I'm getting confused. I'm sorry, I'm just laziness. So, I mean, look at that dough. Everything that I've put in there is showing out. The carrots, there's all the different spices in there, and I like them to be roughly like that so that I don't take away from them. I just don't want it to be yellow. I just want to be all the flavors in there showing through, because right now, basically, as I said, I'm done with this, and as usual, it's a good idea to rest your dough, okay? And I'm going to rest this dough right now for about, I don't know, about maybe 5-10 minutes, and then I'll come back. Look at that. It's looking beautiful. It's gonna keep cooking. This is why it's a good idea for you to do your sauce first. The sauce keeps creating those flavors while you are doing your chapati, and while I'm still making the chapatis, the beans are going to still making, they will still keep making that, building those flavors, marrying together, and all right, it's time to make those chapatis. Okay, so we're going to open this baby up. All right, let's take him out. Look at that. All right, let's release some tension. All right, so here we go. Just giving you that little quick checkup on it. It's not getting on my hands, as you can see. See that? and yet it's still soft. That's some good dough. Look at that, when it still kind of bounces up like that, a bit like that, comes back slowly. That's good stuff. Anyways, let's check on our beans before we get onto this. That looks beautiful. Look at those carrots, look at those beans. Oh my god, I imagine those with a chapati. Ooh, it's like dying and going to heaven. Look at that. Anyways, let's get some chapatis done. So okay, what I do is get my hands and do that. Push your hands out as you go. Look at that. This is quite a big dough. Right now I'm gonna cut that in half. Leave that there. And I'm gonna work on the first one right here. Ooh, there we go. So now, there's this done. You can put some flour on it, but you don't have to. Just thinning it out a bit. And then I'm going to line it up right now on here. So when I put my flour, this is where I'm going to line up my chapatis. So I want to show you, so basically the way you get the sizes, I usually go by your finger. See how deep your finger is? So I go by 2 of them like that. See those fingers? So if I measure that, I'll do that. That'll be basically 2 lines. So 1, 2. That's what I'll do. But I already know it, so I'll just cut them like that, cut them like that, cut them like that. That's how big your chapati is going to be. So let's finish this up. So like that, like that, like that, like that. See that? Like that, like that, and like that. So line everything up. Believe me, this is a lot of chapatis. That's how many you're making. So far we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14, and we still have more here, of course. All right. So I'm going to do the same thing here. So right now, do you see that? That way we've already cut everything up. So what I do is something like this. So I pinch it and I push it in. I pinch it and I push it in. See that? So now after that, I just make like a little ball. See that? So do that, and that's the ball right there. So I'll put this upside down like that. If I'm to do another one, again same thing. I'll basically bring it in, bring it in, bring it in, bring it in, and push it in, and then make that little circle like that. Okay, so that gives it a bit of roundness. I'll give you another example. Again, same thing here, same thing there, and round that baby up, and basically that's it, like that. And now what's next? The next step to that is this. See that? I'll start by using my hands. Now this is when I need flour. Start using flour, and I start using my hands like that to start with. And then now I get my roller, and I now start rolling like that. See that? Now when I roll like this, once I move it around, because that's why I need flour on the side, I do that and I bring it like that, and I do this again on the other side again, but it's not sticking. Again, I do the same thing. Now at this point I can do this. See that? How it's keeping round first of all, but it doesn't have to be round. So if it's not round, it's okay. See that? Believe me, it will not refuse to go in your stomach if it's not round. So it's fine. So basically that's it. So let's try another one here. See here, I'll get my flour, put it on top like that, and just do it like so. And after that, start rolling it like this, like that, like this. That now you can actually, again, if you get more experienced, you don't have to keep lifting it. As long as there's flour underneath, you can just roll it like that. Do that, keep rolling it, that, as I go. See that? And then that's good. Now the thickness is not that thick. If you look closely enough, you realize it's not that thick, because the whole point of making this kind of thickness is making sure it cooks properly and it's fully cooked. It's a dough, remember. whether it's deep fried or whatever. In this case we don't deep fry this. It's gonna basically be pan fried, but you want to make sure that it's not too thick so that it cooks properly. All right, and yes, now you can even overlap them. If you're rolling them up, you can overlap these like that. It's fine, nothing will happen to them, as long as of course you have a bit of flour like that there. Overlap it like this, it won't stick together. So now from here you start to get this beauty, and let's fry it up. Okay, I mean pan fry it. At this moment I'm just going to leave this a bit in the middle here. I want this to start getting hot, and in the meantime I'll keep making more chapatis. My pan must be ready, so now I'm just going to put basically like one scoop of oil like that. Since I'm just starting off, I'll put on like 1.5, and I'll wait for that to warm up a bit, leave it a bit higher. So it's time to start now with our chapatis. Again, as usual, you want to put this away from you, not towards you, just in case it falls in. So I'll do like that. There we are. You hear that noise? That's the noise we want to hear. So I'll leave that up a bit. Again, as I said, multitasking. So while that is happening, I still have to make more chapatis. Let's check on it. So yes, I know you're seeing me using my hands. Yeah, over time my hands have become metal, so I don't feel heat much. But anyways, kidding, this is not so hot actually. So until when I turn it over, because this is at the top, before I put it down. So let's check this here. See that? That's what we're looking for there. Once it looks like that, now I put together a few pieces of napkins like that, and I'm gonna use that to now do this, so I don't burn myself. Like that. So I want to make sure the other side also gets cooked properly. See that? I mean, look at that. That's what we're looking for. It's all looking nice and golden, not burnt, but golden and also cooked. So at this point, I'm going to take this off and I'm going to put it right here, right now. So all I did was to get a plate and I put on some napkins, about 3 napkins. Why? Because I want this to soak up all the oil, the excess oil. Anyways, I need to move fast now. So we have the next chapati going on like that and rolling. So that's on. But you gotta admit, that looks good. Hey guys, so another important thing for you guys to note is that you don't have to worry to say, well, it's the dough, I wonder if it will be completely cooked. It does get cooked completely, and depending, that's why you want to make sure the size is done right. If it's not done right, then you may worry if it's cooked or not. Why am I saying that? First and foremost, whenever you're cooking anything, it doesn't matter what it is, whether it's vegetables, you're cooking toast. Whenever there is heat, the heat which is inside the food you've cooked, that's what when you take it off the heat, it's still called carryover cooking. So that carryover cooking will continue to cook whatever item you've taken off, right? So in this case, the chapatis, they still have that carryover cooking, which is definitely making sure your food is completely cooked. All right? Okay. That's how easy chapati are easy to make. My wife actually knows how to make chapati. She learned this and she loves basically all sorts of different African foods. So babe, how do you know they're done? How do you know the chapati is done?
You need to check to see if it's golden and all these little, I don't know, I look for these little blistery marks.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know the technical term, but that's what I look for.
And that's a fun thing about food, guys. You don't need to know the technical terms. All you have to do is know how it's done, what ingredients go in it, and what's the right process. See what she's doing right there? Right? The first time she's just using her hands to make sure. See that? And then when she flips it over eventually, she can then use the napkin.
And the warmer the pan, the shorter amount of time you have to wait.
Yes.
That part I also know.
There you go. So and that's how you know. See now, flipped over because of those blisters. Just see, she called them. She wanted to call them blisters, which is okay. And it's basically brownish. And then as she uses those napkins, taking out the excess oil as well. And then she just waits on the other side to become basically the same texture, which is brownish. Or those blistery things just said. And then eventually just transfer it over to the side, and hence carryover cooking, which will continue to cook. And now as you can see, she's moving it to the side.
So that's the top,
right?
And then just so
show us the bottom, and there is the bottom, and it's not much different really. Ooh.
Don't get too comfortable though.
Wait, what? Why? I thought we're in this together.
We are, but you know.
No? We're not?
Still.
Still what?
Still you have to cook.
Oh, okay. You hear that, guys? I still have to over on the side, and that's how professional she is. Oh my god, I'm so proud of her actually. Honestly speaking, she's flipping them because at the beginning you have no idea. So basically she used to be like, oh, that's so hard, and her hands could barely touch it. But now by herself, those hands are just loving it. Just basically, look at that. All right, the moment we've been waiting for. Yes, it's time to eat. All right, so first of all, let me show you the mountain of chapatis we just made. That looks amazing. Look at that. I know what you're gonna say, Ronald, can I come over? No. Stay self-contained yourself in your house, because I'm going to eat now. No offense. Next, look at that. Woo-wee. Alright, let's get eating. So I'm gonna show you a few ways you could set it up, honestly speaking. So you could basically get this, do it in a few corners like that, honestly speaking, and just do that, and get another one, do the same thing like that, you know, to make it look a little fancy. And then you can put your beans in here, put your beans inside like that, and basically put them on the side like that. Alright, that will simply means I can go ahead with that, or I can go the other way and get maybe a chapati here and I'll do it the way my our little sister used to like them. I used to cut them up like that. She used to tell me all the time, can you please cut them for me in the square? And she never wanted to eat unless if I cut them up. So I literally could just cut them up like that. Again, make them look a little, and then I'll put them on a plate like this. I'm gonna do a second one. Put them together like that. And get your beans. Just put them on top like that. And basically this is how actually I do my chapatis. My wife likes it the other way. So look at that. Or you can do it this way, as I said, you want to make it fancier, or you want to do it the other way. Whichever works for you, it's all good. Just jump in and do it. Alright, so it's hot, but I'm not gonna wait because I don't have the patience. So don't laugh at me, but woo! Hot, but good, but hot. I feel being in heaven because I think I've been there. That is good. Hold on, wait a minute. Oh yeah. Anyways, before I go any further, guys, if you like everything that you've just seen right now, do you like the recipe? You've probably never tried these chapatis before, but the step-by-step instructions I've given you should be helpful to help you, show you everything that you need to know. Okay? Now, like, subscribe, share, and also leave me a comment or two of what you've liked about it, and maybe leave me a comment of what else you would like to see in my videos. Alright? Check the videos side by side. You might probably like it. Thank you, guys. I'm sorry to be you, but I'm gonna enjoy this. Bye now.